How long have you been breeding these standard poodles?
I've been breeding standard poodles for about 3 years.
How long have you owned standard poodles?
I've had a standard poodle for about 3 years as well.
Okay, so this was the
first time that I got involved with this, with my breeder, Jill, here.
And the first time she became involved in this business was 3 years ago as well?
She's been breeding purebred dogs for a number of years, Your Honor.
How long has she been breeding standard poodles?
About the same time as I have, about 4 years, 3-4 years.
3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And you bought a dog together the first time?
I actually own the dog.
You bought it from whom?
I bought it from a breeder in Rochester, Minnesota.
One dog?
Just one. We started with one, yes, Your Honor.
How many do you have now?
We now have 3.
So you have 3 females or 2 females and a male?
3 females, Your Honor.
You have 3 females, so you use a stud service for,
yes, Your Honor.
Your breeding. Yes. Now, you started out with 1 female. Would I be accurate that you purchased the other 2? Or were they from litters that you had had?
We bought them all, Your Honor.
You bought all 3?
Yes, ma'am.
So you sold the puppies?
Right.
Miss Coughlin bought a puppy from you?
Yes, Your Honor, she did.
When?
That would have been about February 2015.
And when she bought the puppy from you, she bought a female. She bought a female standard poodle puppy.
Yes.
And she signed a contract with you?
Yes, she did.
I'd like to see the contract.
Yes, ma'am. I have the contract that she signed.
That's all I want to see right now.
Right there.
This is what happened. She signed an agreement and she agreed to have the dog spayed or neutered no less than 6 months after birth, but certainly no longer than 12 months. The puppy
Correct.
was being sold with limited registration, which meant that the puppy was being sold as a pet and was not to be bred. You understood that when you signed the papers.
Yes, correct.
How many litters did this puppy have?
She's had 2.
That's ridiculous!
Yes. In the contract here, though, it doesn't state that there's a penalty.
Well, we'll have to create one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sign an agreement, then you have an agreement. The agreement provides that he is selling you this dog with the understanding that you're buying the dog as a pet. If you intended to buy this dog as a breeding dog, in all probability, the plaintiff, and I know little bits about that, would have charged you far more for the dog than the $800. Am I correct about that?
Yes, you are.
And when you agreed to keeping the dog as a pet, because your answer is ludicrous. Your answer says, well, you shouldn't blame me for my dog's mistake, because these things happen. What did you do with the 2 litters that you had?
So the 1 litter, she had 4 puppies. I had given 3 away to family and friends. And this one, currently, she has 1 puppy. And again, that's just going to be given away.
With what dog did she have these accidents?
She had one with a white male poodle the first time, and this is a...
He just so happened to be a white male poodle?
The first one, well, my daughter owns them. So my daughter owns this dog, too. When I bought this dog, I bought it from her. I've never met this gentleman before, so I don't know who he is. But I bought it from her. Yeah, I've never seen him before.
That's okay.
So anyways, then I bought it for my daughter. And
I don't care who you bought it for. Why didn't you have the dog spayed as you promised?
Yes.
Contracted that you would?
Life just got busy.
Well, that's ridiculous. Such a
Yes.
ridiculous answer. The dog's now 2 years old.
Right.
And the second litter that the dog had, who was the male?
It's currently right now. So his name is Duke. So it's a male poodle that got her pregnant.
Well, that's not an accident. That's not an accident. What you suggested here was that it was accidents, that it just happened. That's not true. These were planned by you.
Well, my daughter's 20,
These were
and I think
planned by you.
they weren't planned, but
Good. You have to give the dog back. You have to give the dog back. You broke the contract.
I
Where do you
don't
live?
know if they want the dog back.
Oh, they want the dog back.
I would like to fix the dog.
Oh, just a second. No, they want the dog back.
Yes.
They want the dog back.
they
They're going to
do?
take the dog back. Yes, they're going to take the dog back, and I'm going to give them an order. That's your penalty.
Oh,
You breached the
I didn't know
contract.
that you wanted.
Pay careful attention. You breached the contract. You came here and agreed to abide by my decision.
Yes.
My decision is, you say there's no consequence. Well, if there's no consequence to your agreeing to do something, no
Yes.
consequence, and if a court has to superimpose what's fair,
Yes.
I don't think a monetary award is fair because that's not contemplated here. What I'm going to do is void the contract since you breached it, and they are going to come with a marshal and take back the dog. Do you understand?
Yes.
Great. Within 5 days. Within 5 days. Thank you. We're done.